getting into the flexibility portion here. If you need to chunk the wall to use your balance, you can. First one's going to be right here. Just lifting up the foot, pulling the heel as close to the butt as possible. Really driving this hip out as much as you can. Really trying to open up hip flexor front of the thigh here. Right on the quad. Get that nice and open up. Really drive that hip forward.
Halfway.
Nice upright posture. Now just give yourself a foot massage while you're at it.
Stop.
And go ahead and switch sides. Shake it out a little bit.
Begin exercise number 2 in 3, 2, 1, go.
Really drive that hip forward, trying to open it up. Just watch, make sure you don't hyperextend the lower back. Really keep those hips nice and stable, but push forward enough to open that hip.
Halfway. Stop.
And relax down. Onto the mat in a figure 4. So right here, got this figure 4 position. Grab the rear foot, rotate up into a bounce, kick the foot into the hand, hold the hand against the foot, really drive this hip forward, trying to open up that hip flexor at the attachment point. You can also, if this is a little bit challenging on the balance, drop back,
Halfway.
straight back, still driving the hip up, just drop back as far as you can, and you can hit it pretty much the same way, slightly different angle.
Stop.
And shit, switch to the other side. Grab the rear foot, get the flower off your sock,
Exercise number 4.
and rotate up.
1, go.
Kick the foot into the hand, hold the hand against the foot, really drive this hip forward as much as you can. So we're trying to drive this forward.
Halfway. Stop.
And relax down. Next one on the adductors. Gonna come off.
Begin exercise number
Nice little side lunge right here. Really good stretch on the inside of the thigh. Weight should be directly over this ankle. Don't want this be up on the toe on this one at all. Want a nice flat foot so you can put all that pressure right down the ankle on structure. Nice stretch right along the inside of the thigh. If you want, on this other foot, you can start rotating heel up, toe up. Just kind of play around with it a little bit. Again, if you have anything that's 5 or higher on tightness, you want to make sure you mark that down on your sheets.
Stop.
And go ahead and switch sides. So right here,
Begin exercise
nice
number
stance right above the ankle. Should be nice and solid right there.
Go.
Need to rotate up the heel. Play around with this one. Kind of play into a Cossack squat there. Rotate up.
Halfway. Stop.
And relax down. Next one. Into the glute hip rotators. You get in that figure 4.
Number 7 in 3,
Hugging the knee, nice and tight. Really drive belly to thigh contact. You really want to press down. Don't relax. You can do that. That's easy. But you really want to drive that belly button in there. Anybody can relax over, make it look like they're stretching. You really want to get in that hip. Drive the spine into that thigh as hard as you can. Really open up this hip back here. If you need a little bit more, you can start to rotate toward the inside of your foot. You'll change the angle a little bit. You get a little bit deeper.
stop.
And switch sides. So again, right here,
Begin exercise number 8.
compress down, really drive that belly button into that thigh. Need to, you can start rotating towards the foot here. in stretching the tight muscle, not the loose one, by just chilling out. Really want to push that belly button in there. Really drive it in.
Stop.
Next one up against the wall with the hamstring. Drive the foot up. Height isn't so important as drive the knee down. Once you have this nice upright body, rotate towards the up leg if you do a little bit more. Again, trying to keep that leg as straight as possible. Really drive the knee down, open up the hamstring.
Halfway.
Less about height, more about rotating the hips. So like your tailbone is trying to go towards the rear and dumping top of the pelvis towards the front. It's really going to open it up even more. And switch sides. Doing one of these is pretty easy. You really want to rotate the hips more than anything.
2, 1, go.
Get that side rotation here. Nice straight leg should be pressing the knee down towards the ground. But when it's about height, you can set it up on a box, on a table, whatever you need to.
Stop.
And next one, the calves. You can stay up against the wall. Drive your foot as vertical, up against the wall as possible. Really push the hips forward. Really try to drive it open. You should feel a stretch right along the backside, up into the knee if you're really tight. Trying to get your foot as vertical as possible. We'll drive it, the hips up into it. Exhale out, try and get a little bit deeper.
Halfway.
Really pushing into it.
Stop.
And switch feet. It's right here, heel as close to
Begin
the wall as you can
exercise
get.
number 12.
With the toes popped up.
3, 2,
Ride those hips forward with a nice straight leg. Breathe through it if you need to. If you have a 5 or higher, make sure you mark it down. So if your tightness is a 5 out of 10 or more,
halfway.
make sure you write it down, check it off. So you can create your own individual program.
Stop.
And relax, shake it out a little bit. Next one on the neck. Rev the hand.
Begin exercise number
And pull it over a little bit, and then really drive this opposite arm. Really drive it down, try and walk it towards that knee as much as you can while pulling this side down. You can play with this, rotating the head up at an angle. You can rotate down an angle, just kind of see where your tightness is at. You can kind of feel it go all the way up into your side here where you normally would have migraine. It's probably what it's from, it's from your neck being too tight. From tensing up too much. Really driving that hand down.
Stop.
And shake it out a little bit, switch sides. Again, pull this head over.
Begin exercise
Get started,
number 14.
reach the arm down as far as you can.
2, 1,
You
go.
can either keep pulling, or you can kind of look up at an angle, change around a little bit, kind of see where you're tightest.
Halfway. Stop.
And next one, relax a little bit. Next one, the chest, hands airways behind.
Exercise number
Bend over at the waist,
3, 2,
knees nice and soft so you don't pass out. It's always a good thing. Pinch the shoulder blades nice together, nice and tight. Squeeze the arms nice and tight. Point towards the ceiling as hard as you can. Really drive it up there, open up the chest. If you have a doorway at home, you can also take it up against the doorway here. Step through, really open it up that way as well on each side. Right through here. Doesn't work quite as well on the wall, but pretty close.
Stop.
And next Next one down here into a prayer stretch. Compress yourself as low as possible. Rotate the palms up to the inside. Rotate the palms up to the outside. Right through here. Try and keep your head as low as possible when you go through it. Probably feel your shoulders and your neck open up a little bit.
Stop.
And relax.
Congratulations, you completed your first workout. Let it marinate. Workout.
Go ahead and leave the